This video is going to be showing you how to solo the Legend Lost Sector on the moon, which the new chest plates are out for the new season, and the rotation is currently today. So whatever class you main, I've done them all, depending on which order I upload them in. They'll all be one day because you're better off uploading them now while the activity is up. No need to upload them tomorrow because the chest plate rotation might be gone. That's why I'm uploading all three today, for the courtesy of people that main hunters, titans, warlocks. There's a diverse thing. So if you haven't seen the previous videos, I'll just go through the shields and the modifiers. So we have match game, equipment locked, fallen barrier, champions, overload, hot knife, which means solar shanks, void and aerial damage is increased, and arc damage is increased for yourself. So income and void for the enemy, they get that buff, and we get the arc damage, which is 50% increase to all arc sources. I'll quickly show you the exotic chest plate and read what he does. I got it on the first run, like I did with the Titan. I got that on my first run, and I done it on my Warlock, got that on my first run. So there's a high probability, if you do not have these exotics but you have everything else, the smart loot on this, if people don't know what smart loot is, it was a thing that sort of came out in Destiny 1 originally, and it just means it's a tick list, and it'll look at, there's a high probability that you're going to get the new one, and when you get the new one at that point, you're likely just to get any one that you own but with a high stat roll, or might not be high stat. So it states you gain a second smoke bomb charge and have damage resistance while invisible. When you make an ally invisible, they gain damage resistance while invisible, and you gain melee energy. So there's a lot going on there, but just to simplify it, you get 2 smoke bombs, you get damage resistance while you're invisible, and you get melee energy back for while you're invis. So I believe I saw a video on it. If it's 3 Guardians, you get 1 smoke bomb back entirely. So it's 1 for 1. If it's 2, it's less. It's not quite 1. And if it's yourself, if you're playing solo play with this, you won't get your smoke back. So I don't know what this would be like with 100% ability. Playing 100% ability, but with double smoke bomb. Or 100% strength, but it's not something that people go for. So I don't think this is going to be as good as 6 Coyote. It does say damage resistance, yes, but if people didn't know, bottom tree tether, you get it anyways. It states, throw a smoke bomb from a distance, making you and your nearby allies invisible, and providing the Heart of the Pack buff. Heart of the Pack grants weapon haste and increases mobility, recovery, and resilience. The resilience part of it is insane, this buff. So if it's going to stack on top of that, then yeah, maybe. But as I said, it's my first objective look at it, and I don't know if it's going to be as good. But that's what it does. So the build is as follows, considering all the mods. We're running top tree, Arcstrider, Arcbolt Grenade, and a Marksman Dodge to reload our weapons. Then we got Long Shadow on for anti-barrier champions. The new exotic solar bow, which is solar for solar shields, and then we got a rocket launcher because it's going to get the 50% damage buffs, and it's arc, and it's a very good roll because it's got cluster bombs on it. I'm not saying it's the best roll, but it's a very good roll. In terms of mods that we're using a cell build because this bow can make cells. So we've got Rage of the Warmind, Global Reach, and a Wrath of Rasputin. Pretty simple, basic. And as I said, overloads, bows, anti-barrier sniper. Same thing, arc damage resistance and rocket launcher reserves. But other than that, that's simply what the setup was. Like with the other 2 solos, we're approaching it very similar. Just dipping back, getting a lot of the enemies with either our bow or whatever type of loadout you're using. But we're using mainly with our bow because we've got an anti-barrier sniper on. You can snipe a lot of the ads if you wish to as well, because you're barely using your sniper. I was just wanting to sort of use this bow. I will say this is the first time I've used this bow. I didn't really know how to use it, but now I do. The best way is just to hip fire the ad 1 or 2 or 3 times, then hit them with a aim down sight shot, and then that increases the damage. I don't know the ins and outs of this bow. I've just got it on because it's a solar bow, and there is no solar bows in the game that you can get from the world drop, apart from the Last Wish bow and the what was it? The Vow which is a bow that you just cannot get. That champion was easily took down, so I just took him with the bow, which does have to be fully drawn, of course. You can't just tap fire it. You could aim down sights with it, I guess, as well, and do it like that. Just make sure it's fully drawn. And we just do a rocket dodge with the Marksman Dodge, and then just 2 rockets. Or I could have just swapped back to my bow and then finished him off. So when you hip fire it, obviously the little targets come up. The first thing I thought was this looked like PC hack. I thought, who's hacked the console? That's I was just thinking, this doesn't look good on me. These little red dots coming up, so they're gonna think I'm, you know, hacking. That to me, I didn't know. It's first time me watching, sort of playing with this game. Like, I didn't really watch any videos on it. I was too focused on leveling up this week. I wasn't bothered about trying new exotics straight away. I like to try them out after everything's done. The same thing with our position, and we're taking it from the bottom side, just because there's plenty of cover. Once we can get most of the ads down, you want to focus. Just try and get the amount of ads that you can. As you can see, it generates a cell. This bow, which is really good. Take out what ads you can, and at that point you want to wait till you're full health, and then just start using your sniper for the champ. 2 shots gets him weak, below half, which was surprising. And then the last shot we'll just use a rocket. Finish. And then we can just continue to use our bow and test it to see what it actually does. I'm sure there's experts on it. I've seen people use it all week. That's fine. That's fine and all. As I said, I was completely new to it. What it looks like to be is if you aim down sights with it like this all the time, like that's sort of my playstyle with a bow, it's not the best way to get its power. Like I say, you want to hip fire an ad, and then do the crit, and then that explodes the bow. Looks like it explodes the bows that are attached to the enemy, type of thing. We'll just prioritize the ads. We get weak here. We've got a cell there as well, which we're gonna. I think we try to take the cell. We're gonna take out those 2 solar snipers first, though, for sure. They don't spawn in, though. This is the thing. They don't spawn in right away. They're triggered by the ads on this side, and once the majority of the ads are killed on this side, those solar snipers come round. It's a timing thing. We'll get this stun here and a nade, which the nade does a lot of damage as well. That's probably the best way to take your champs in this. Do a stun with the bow, 1 rocket, and then a nade, and then the champ's literally dead at that point. Some solar shanks here. We get a cell, which is good, but the cell positioning is not the best because the anti-barrier will shield. So you just take out what ads you can, and at that point you just want to use your sniper to take the anti-barrier. And we finish with a rocket. Easy done. We'll reload our stuff and then just continue in with all the ads. There'll be a bunch of ads, like I've said, on the Titan and the wall. Depending on what order I release them in, but I'm doing them all in one day just to get them out of the way. As I haven't really done any Lost Sector solos like this week at all. So. But obviously you want to be saving your super, which you definitely will have a super at this point, no matter what your intellect stat is, because you cleared all them ads on, you know, solo. You want to do a rocket first. You can do a Marksman Dodge rocket right after you've done your first, and then use your super. Now the combination with the super, because we're using Raiden Flux increases the Arcstrider's super damage. I forgot to mention sort of before. So you need to do the combination R1, R1, R2. So light, heavy, but dodge before the light, heavy. And then you can just easily take out the remaining champion. Not much to it, but that was the run on the Hunter. Enjoy.